Hello, I'm Natalie Bumgarner. I am an assistant professor and the extension specialist here at UT in Knoxville. And as we stand here today, we have the opportunity to share some information with you about home vegetable gardening. We are getting a lot of questions right now, and I just wanted to kind of give you a big picture of some of the things that you could be doing in your garden right now. So we are getting close to the beginning of April, and that means that this could be a good time for you to direct seed cool season crops or transplant cool season crops. So if you have access to some broccoli or cabbage or those kind of transplants, this would be a good time to put those in. The other thing that you can be thinking about doing right now is starting some of your own warm season transplants, right? So there have been a huge number of tomatoes and peppers that have been introduced to the market over the last few years, a lot of great heirlooms that you have the opportunity to grow. And if you start your own transplants, you can literally grow any of those cultivars that you're interested in. And so what we're going to do today is just give you a few tips and tricks and help you get a little bit more information that'll help you grow your own transplants. All right, so if you are going to start your own transplants, and we're talking about warm season vegetables here, so those would be tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers that can't stand any frost. Now it's going to be the middle or later April when we put those in the ground, so now is a good time to do some seeding to get those plants ready. So you kind of have a couple of options. One is you can start your plants in the container that they're going to be transplanted from, right? So this would be an example. These are some young cucumber plants. You can see good root growth here, and these seeds were directly placed into this little growing container. And that would be what we might do here with some growing mix. So the larger seeded crops like cucumbers and like squash, this would be a great way to just direct seed them into the container that they're going to be growing in. So a couple little seeds, cover them up, make sure you put on a label, water those in, and cucumbers can actually be ready in, only 3 or 4 weeks sometimes. So actually you've got a little bit of time to get your cucumbers ready. Now for peppers and tomatoes, they take a little bit more time. Peppers especially, we're probably on the edge of the season when you could start your own pepper transplants. Tomatoes might actually be a little bit better timing. And for those, lots of times what we'll do is start them in a smaller container. And so this is a little seedling tray where we have direct seeded a lot of different kinds of peppers. There's a little bit of basil here at the end. And most of the time what we'll do for these is start them off in a much finer growing medium. So this is a soilless mix. This is mostly peat moss. It has a little bit of vermiculite in there, and it holds water really well. So it makes sure that we can get our seeds well hydrated, give them good conditions for germination. And then in a couple, 2 to 3 weeks, when these plants get a little bit bigger, you can see these are cotyledons. We call these seed leaves. When they get a little bit bigger and start to have true leaves, like those young tomatoes right here in front of me, then they'll be ready to transplant into a larger container. And so that's what we've done with these tomatoes. These were transplanted 2 or 3 days ago, so you can see they're starting to have true leaves. And we take them from this very close seeding density and put them up into these larger cell packs. And this will be what they'll grow in for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And this will take them all the way to large transplant size.